Hey everyone, welcome back. We are doing Shintroy's tournament team today. I've got 4 matches lined up for you, Shintroy, so hang tight and you'll get to see those shortly. But we're going to cover your tournament team real quick first. So for your tournament team, your first unit is Mash the Monk, 2 Can Win the Mime, Gobstopper the Chemist, and Stop the Time Mage. Okay, so to cover this team real quick, we've got a Monk here, Cursed Ring, so he's undead. Chakra Band, Prevent Status, Black Costume, no bag or anything, so he's at 14 PA, so he's got his regular punches, in addition to, I think, like, not Secret Fist, Spin Fist, Wave Fist, maybe? Something like that, and then a few others. Projectile Guard, I assume to kind of keep him safe, a little bit safer anyway, from like Seal Evil and whatnot. And then, Martial Arts to boost his punch skills. Flee is probably just kind of filler, for JP purposes. We've got a Mime here. I think she's got, like, Mimic Darevon, maybe Stall, and Refute. She is wearing Maximilian for the HP, Chakra Band, Prevent Status, and Sprint Shoes to get a little bit faster and prevent Slow. Not a bad idea, since I think Slow will be pretty prevalent in this tournament. So yeah, just basically an annoying Mime here. Chemist here has Main Gauche, Dracula Mantle for some evasion, immune to Berserk. Maintenance so that he will not lose any of his equipment. Decent move as well with 5 move, 4 jump. Drought, he just has Masamune Kiyomori, and he's got a slew of items. So fairly tanky, fairly evasive. Finally, we've got a Time Mage here. She has, some typical white magic, raise, cure 2 maybe, or cure Asuna, as well as like haste 2, slow 2, stop. White robe, flash hat, defense ring, all to be pretty tanky. Short charge to get the spells off quicker. Move MP up, to keep the MP going. Okay, so some initial thoughts on this team. First of all, your units, I guess the Mime, I feel like could be just as easily be like a mediator maybe, or something else. And the reason is because you don't have a lot of abilities that take full advantage of your Mime. To go over the Monk briefly, I mean, you have Quickening, which is great, but his punch art skills, Mime has, female Mime, 45 brave. Really, she's not going to be able to do much with the punch art skills. Your items, she's probably not going to be taking advantage of using items on herself and whatnot, because the Chemist has 40-40, has really high HP, so he'll be last to be targeted. And not only that, but he's evasive. So the Chemist probably won't be using items on himself that much, which is really mainly what a Mime is really there for, when you're kind of trying to mimic items. Time Mage, her spells won't really be mimicked too much, just because, they will be mimicked, and, particularly Haste 2, Slow 2 hits, enemies, or allies and enemies respectively only, but the thing about it is that she's only got 50 faith, so those will be fairly inaccurate, especially when you're going into a tournament with probably a lot of 40-40 users. The slow 2s really hurt the support units and the the high damage units the most. So I guess I don't know. I guess what I would have done here maybe it would be like a paladin with the talk skill. With a little bit of speed, so that way you can get, the immunity to status and the high HP. But then you also get a little bit of support as well out of the Paladin. And you get, like I said, high HP, which is good. I just don't see the mime being really useful. But that's my, I guess that's just my preference. I think you really want a mime. I just think there's better ways to utilize one. And also, the chemist, I don't feel is fast enough. 9-speed chemist, I mean, yes, it's nice that he's evasive and everything. Pretty tanky, so he'll be last to be targeted, which is always nice. But yeah, I just don't feel like he's going to be fast enough to support your team. What I do like is that all of your team has higher than 8 speed, so that's going to be helpful. You do get a little bit of speed, and anybody that's using high speed units won't be quite as able to take full advantage of their speed advantage. So I do like that, and I like that most of your team is pretty tanky and has high HP. Like you said, I think that scoring a KO might be a little bit difficult because this is really your only damage dealing unit. All the rest are just kind of causing status and whatnot. But that being said, really what you just want to do is tank long enough in order to have like Kiyomori and all the status effects just build up and build up. Your first opponent today is going to be Otabo Springtime Sisters. So we'll see how you do. So I think for our first map, we're going to try map 102. Let's see what that one is. Tutorial 2. So good luck, Shintroy. We'll see how you do in your first matchup here. Starts off with a quickening. So Mime is 10 speed now. Monk is 11 speed. And he gets Masamune along with the Mime. Misses stop on the Geomancer. Ooh, 2 dead procs. Very, very unlucky for Shintroy. Oh, but that was pretty cool. Mime does successfully revive the Time Mage and gets 2 sleep procs. Spin Fist for not a whole lot, but enough to take out the Time Mage. Time Mage does have to retreat. So, oh, Monk charms the Samurai. And Time Mage gets hasted. Monk almost goes down to Kajisogi. Time Mage goes for a staff whack. Not sure why, but okay. Let's see what Samurai is gonna do. Charm Samurai. Mime refutes the poison. And he gets hasted again. Charm Samurai is gonna cast Odin and wake up the Geomancer. Ninja also gets Odin casted on her. Ooh, cheery on Shintroy's entire team results in a double kill. So now he's gotta hope he's gotta hope the rest of his team can stay up. Waiting for that monk to get back up. More Odin. Dead proc on, or, well, Time Mage was already ready to go, I guess. Mime does stay up. And she does don't act that ninja, so that may buy some time for Shintroy. Not sure. Yeah, that ninja should retreat on her next turn. Monk is at 0, though, so he might come back shortly. Phoenix down on the Time Mage again. But Chemist puts her right back down. Blackmail misses the Geomancer. He's gonna go for Cheery. Doesn't put the mine down yet. Samurai's looking for a dead proc on the Chemist. Doesn't get it. Time Mage gonna go for a cure, but she's not gonna get that off. Monk is back up though. That will definitely help Shintroy. Chemist does not finish her off. Triple panel sleep and puts 2 of Otabo's units to sleep. That could be pretty big. Cheery again on the mine. Doesn't quite take her out. And Monk goes down. Now, is Odin Dark Elemental? Because I thought the Monk was wearing the Cursed Ring. So I was surprised Odin took him down. Kiyomori does backfire on the Time Mage. And here's Cheery. Nobody's dead yet. Shintroy is struggling a little bit here. She does put 2 more units to sleep, so only the Samurai's up right now. That will buy Shintroy a little bit more time to recover. And they desperately need to. It's nice that your team is really tanky, Shintroy. I guess I didn't recognize how tanky it was. But it is pretty tanky, which is really helping you out. But it really is relying on that Monk getting the job done. And since he's not up right now, he's back up now, but oh boy, enemy Samurai gets hasted. I'm just gonna go for more dead procs. Time Mage does drop, but Samurai does get don't acted. Chemist will probably pick her back up. Indeed. And Ninja is back up. Oh, that's interesting. Mime is going to heal the Geomancer. But I think it helped a little bit more than it hurt. Otabo's Chemist is down. She'll probably get back up. More Cheery. Time Mage is back in critical. Two stops don't work on the Geomancer. Maybe a double kill here. No, not quite. Time Mage goes down. Refute misses on the Samurai. It's not going to be enough to save her from the Geomancer's Cheery. Otabo's Chemist is back up. Really, they're just trying to keep Otabo's units at bay while that Monk gets back up, but I don't know how long it can last. More Cheery. Time Mage goes back down. Geomancer does get don't acted. Chemist gets stopped. And Revive misses. This could be a big break for Otabo here. Yeah, even Refute misses. Monk almost goes down. Chemist is almost down. Monk goes down. Refute misses again. And Mime can't revive. So this does look like first round is going to go to Otabo. Crit shot on the first Kajusogi. Odin doesn't quite take her off because Auto Potion does keep going off. Gonna try and Mimic Darabon, does put those two to sleep. But one more Cheery should knock her out. And Cheery does take her down. So Otabo takes round 1. Okay, round 2 gonna take place at Mleipan in the Deep Dungeon. Round 1, actually Shintroy had a decent speed advantage going. But he couldn't maintain the advantage just due to the fact that I guess Otabo's units just had more stopping power. So we'll see if anything different can happen in round 2 in a smaller map. Otabo's entire team does get slowed, thanks to a Mimic slow too. So very well timed. And Kiyomori on both units, as well as a stop on the Geomancer. So Shintroy's speed advantage really is showing here. Chemist dodges stop twice. Stigma Magic and Chronos Tear takes care of the poison and stop, respectively. More Kiyomori. And stop on the Sleeping Ninja. Refute to get rid of haste and regen. Samurai gets rid of poison, but she's going to have it re-inflicted. And Time Mage is really targeting the wrong unit. Don't act on the Geomancer. That'll help a little bit. But Shintroy just really needs to stall until that monk gets back up. Which so far he's doing okay. We're gonna see Odin. Time Mage does go down. Ninja goes down thanks to the monk. Time Mage gets up, but she's not getting a turn anytime soon. Don't act on the Samurai, well timed. Monk decides to go for the ninja. And sleep on the chemist. So because all of Ooh, backfire, stop. But chemist is right there with the chemist here. More quickening. Masamune means that Monk will be really fast. Stop onto the sleeping chemist. Monk doesn't want to do anything else but stay in a line right now. Mime don't axe the samurai. Definitely a lot of status going on Shintroy's team. Monk and Mime double team a little bit. But Chemist does grab the crystal. So Otabo's ninja's gone. Charm onto the Chemist. Haste 2. Don't act onto the Geomancer. Oh, Steelix. So let's see. That Monk really needs to get in there and start doing damage, and this might be his opportunity. With 2 stops and a sleep landing, he should be able to take out that Geomancer. Nope, I guess not. He's gonna go after the Chemist instead. Slow 2 hits the Samurai. Chemist goes down. Don't act again on that Geomancer. Geomancer moves way out of the way, so she will be able to recover eventually. But I do think that Shintroy does have this. All of Shintroy's status effects have just been landing too often for Otabo to really come back from, so... And the speed advantage is really showing now. No slow 2 this time. No charm. triple panel Cheery, but I think all of his units are healthy, so not going to do a whole lot this time. Repeating Fist takes out the Geomancer. And the Chemist crystallized, so all that we've got left is a Don't Acted Poisoned Samurai. And Don't Act gets refreshed. Shintroy's units heal up, and now we just wait for the eventual putting down of that samurai. That monk's really got to get in there. No charm. And Repeating Fist finally takes her down. So good job, Shintroy. You took round 2. Alright, final round for the first matchup is going to be inside Castle Gate of Lasalia. So last round, the smaller map really proved pretty big for Shintroy. It allowed him to get his status effects off that much quicker. Cheery does take out the monk. Did damage the ninja, but I think it was worth it because those, that mime can't do much besides talk skill. So that ninja will have plenty of time to recover. Although much less time now that she's slowed. Mime does not go down, but she gets silenced. That's pretty big. But Cheery's going to take her out anyway. Yep. Stop does not land. Looks like Chemist is going to try to rush back and pick up... Or, no, Time Mage is going to try. Is Ninja going to get a turn first, though? Well, now Ninja has blind, so she may not be able to hit. No death proc. One shot hits. Yeah, 12 damage Spin Fist from the mime. More slow. Cheery for a double kill, though. Raise onto the mime. Ninja hits through blind twice. And the Chemist and Samurai are kind of in a Masamune / Kiyomori loop. And the Ninja really needed that antidote. More Kiyomori. Ooh. Because of the mime's placement. And Ninja gets Don't Acted, so... That could be big. Mime does not go down. And Chemist does not get stopped. Time Mage does go down to Odin. Ninja's still don't active. Ninja might come back in the fight now, if she can. Yes, she can with Stigma Magic. Samurai tries a Kiyomori of her own now, showing that the Chemist is not the only one that can poison and blind. More Cheery. Monk does not quite go down. Phoenix down onto the Time Mage. So right now it's fairly even. Ooh, a double kill. And that Monk's going down, so it looks like Otabo with that double kill is gonna take round 3. Especially with that mine being poisoned. Don't act misses. Poison gets refreshed. No auto potion this time, so my misses refute on herself. No shuriken from the ninja this time. Is she just out of range? No, she's not out of range anymore. And Otabo does take round 3. Get ready for your next match. Alright, Shintroy, your next match is going to be against Malroth's 10 speed. So good luck to you. Obviously, Malroth's team is about having 10 speed across the board. At least to start, anyway. So we are going to go to map 82, Bed Desert, for your first round. Good luck, Shintroy. See how you do. Larger map, a little bit of a choke point, but not too bad. Slow 2 hits the mediator. Archer will probably use Yell, though. To reverse that. Oh, nope, he goes for a Don't Act instead. Lancer will probably reverse that, though. Sleep onto the mediator. So the sleeping mediator gets hasted again. Charm interrupts the Time Mage. And Lancer's going to cast Balance onto the Mediator to wake her up. Does work. Don't remember what the Mediator has for summon magic, but... Shiva, okay. Time Mage goes after her own monk since she is charmed. And her armor gets broken. Looks like Lancer's going to cast Demi. But she gets don't acted before she can get that off. HP restore because the thief wasn't quite taken out by that knife shot. So not a great start for Shintroy here. His monk is down too. Don't act misses. And a stop proc on the Time Mage. Shintroy is just not having any luck here. Time Mage is now able to move out of that spell and cast Stop on the Mediator. But she does get killed anyway. Mimic Darvon misses the thief. Chemist does pick up the Time Mage. Donak does not miss this time on the thief, and so he has to retreat. Time Mage gets taken out again. See more Haste 2 casted, so... Basically... Ooh, 2 sleeps. That will buy Shintroy a little bit of time. Definitely will buy Shintroy a little bit of time here. Stop proc would have been pretty devastating on that Chemist, but it did not hit, although he is don't acted. Don't act hits on the Mediator. That Chemist is way in the back now. Armor break. The thief gets woken up. 2 more sleeps. Chemist uses Masamune and is going to try to get back in the fight. It's unfortunate that ooh, 3 sleeps on it's unfortunate that Monk hasn't gotten back up yet for Shintroy. In fact, it's been a long time because Shintroy's Time Mage went down after the Monk, and the Monk is faster. So the Monk has missed lots of opportunities to get back up, unfortunately, for Shintroy. He is back up with full HP and knocks out the thief. Shintroy's Malroth's entire team is asleep. Does not refute the re-raise. So can Shintroy come back from this? There's a big balance on the 9, but it misses. 86% too. Pretty unfortunate for Malroth. Lancer goes down. And Malroth's Thief does crystallize. So it's a permanent 3-on-3. Charms the Lancer. Wow, and Archer gets put back to sleep after being woken up by a punch. He will get back up, though. Don't act onto the Lancer. Stop on the Mediator. More quickening. So yeah, this should be going to Shintroy pretty soon. At least I think so. Knife shot. Repeating Fist takes down the Archer. 19 damage onto the Lancer. Sleep back onto the Mediator right after she gets out of stop. Mime don't axe the Lancer. One more turn before she goes down to poison, or if the Mime or Chemist want to get rid of her sooner, and they do. So now it's just down to that Mediator. Monk hits her for a lot of damage, and Mime finishes the job. So good job, Shintroy, you took round 1. Alright, and we are back for round 2. Round 1, Shintroy was on the defensive most of the time, but then was able to come back kind of toward the end by putting literally all of Malroth's team to sleep. So we'll see what happens in round 2 on a smaller map. Both teams are just getting hasted up. So now both teams, I believe, have haste across the board. Sleep on 3 units. So Shintroy is starting off pretty strong. Lancer's going to go for slow, I believe. Yep. Hits the Mime, or the Monk, I'm sorry. And don't act on the Lancer. So Shintroy is starting this off pretty strongly. And slow across Malroth's entire team. Thief does get HP restore, though. Repeating Fist onto the Monk. But sleep onto the Lancer. Shintroy has not missed a status yet. Spin Fist on Malroth's entire team. Stop. Wow. And look at this. This is RNG at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of Kiyomori backfire, but don't think it's going to matter at this point. Stigma Magic. But that does not get rid of Stop. And Spin Fist takes down the Archer anyway. Archer does have re-raise and move HP up. But high percentage stops. Incoming. Stops Malroth's entire team. So Shintroy, it looks like you are well on your way to taking this round. Yep, Lancer's all that's left. She can't do anything. Especially since she's sleeping. And stopped. More stop. So basically, we gotta wait for his units to crystallize before that monk will go in there and finish off that Lancer. So we're just waiting for that, honestly. In the meantime, we're gonna see Quickening and Masamune. Mime shenanigans. So we're going to see all that until... Okay. So there's a crystal. Now the monk can actually start hitting the Lancer. So will the Mime. But it should just be another couple of hits. Dragon Spirit is not going to matter since the rest of her team has already crystallized. Balance on the Time H doesn't even take her out. More status. And we'll... Nope. Mime thinks it'll be fun to sleep the Lancer. Monk decides to add insult to injury, steals her accessory. Really, guys? Really? We're just not going to finish off the Lancer who barely has any HP? Okay. Okay. And finally she does go down. So, Shintroy, good job. You took both rounds. We'll go to your next match. Alright, Shintroy, for your third match, you're going to be facing Rex's Till Death Do Us Part 2. So we will see what happens there. This was the newest revision to his team. He now has two Till Death Do Us Part teams. So for the first round, I think we're going to try... Where was it? Underground Cemetery of Limberry Castle. Large map here. Good luck, Shintroy. We'll see what happens. Both teams are going to start off with a quickening. And Masamune. Haste on Rex's entire team. More Masamune. More haste. And the poor monk does get left out on Shintroy's team, but that's okay. Don't act hits immediately, but a bandage to follow up. Squire's gonna go for death on the Time Mage, while the Time Mage goes for death on the monk. Death does hit the Mime, as well as the Time Mage. So good start for Reks. And the Squire goes for Wish onto the Monk. Isn't that frustrating? Like, she could have gone for just about anything else, but decided to go for Wish. Mime does evade the Chemist's knife shot. Stays alive. And Time Mage heals herself, as well as the Mime. 37% death, not quite as good. And the Time Mage does get don't acted. Re-raise onto the Squire. And the Gold Staff takes off haste and regen. Poison onto the Squire, but she may heal that away. Ooh, but a charm. We're gonna try death again on the Chemist. Does miss, 37% shot. And both the Paladin and the Chemist get put to sleep. Squire has an 82% shot at death onto her own Time Mage. And it does land. And down goes the Squire. Squire's gonna have to heal and run, basically. But I think the monk can catch up to her. Yes, he can. Beating Fist is gonna take her down. And Reks is 2 units down now. Quickening from the monk, followed by the Mime. They're just going to wait for those units to wake up or the monk to get in range. But he might be perfectly content with just using Charm. More stop incoming. It does land. And Time Mage crystallized. Squire will soon crystallize. Mime hastes the enemy by accident, but Basically... Oh, stops his own chemist. Or her own chemist. Basically, Reks is out of, I guess, essentially decent offense. So we're just kind of waiting for Shintroy's mime, or monk, to close out the deal here. Transfusion on the chemist, but it's really not going to be enough, especially with him being stopped. No, don't act. Masamune from both sides, but again, I don't think it's going to be enough. Paladin's gonna go for a raise 2. If it does land, may just prolong the match. It misses. More charm. And now he gets put to sleep. Nope, counter does not trigger decap proc. And she gets slowed, along with the chemist. But he already had his own problems. Like sleep and poison and flying. Don't act does miss. Looks like the monk's done trying to be a Casanova to that paladin. Stop onto the chemist. Finish him off shortly here. Don't act, and will the Time Mage do it? Nope, not quite. Let's see, who's gonna get the finishing blow? The mime. Alright, so, Shintroy, you take round 1. Alright, and welcome back to round 2 here. First round, Shintroy's team just basically statused Reks to the point where they just couldn't come back. Sleep in particular was the driving force. So we're gonna see if possibly round 2 will be any different. Squire's completely useless and uses Wish, but doesn't even hit. In any case, guys, I think what you're going to see in this tournament is a lot of sleep and stop. So, if you're still building a tournament team or contemplating, you know, changing your team or whatnot, you may want to keep that in mind. That I think a lot of people are going to be using sleep and stop. So far, Monk dodges a race too. Time Mage not in range yet. 38% shot doesn't get blocked. And Paladin and Squire get put to sleep. This is not turning out so good for Reks at the moment. And Stop gets cast on the Squire as well. Misses the Paladin though. Instead of waking up the Paladin, he... Oh, whatever. You know the AI. This is what we have to deal with, guys. So remember, the AI stupidity might be enough to ruin your team. Squire goes down. Time Mage gets hits for 12 damage. More Stop. Hits the Time Mage. Phoenix down on the Squire, but she's not close to getting a turn, so she may go down. Nope. Not to that, anyway. Does get Don't Active, though. So if she does get a turn, she'll run. But she's not getting a turn. More haste too. Kiyomori onto the Squire, so she will have to use heal if she gets a turn. And Kiyomori on the Time Mage. She does guard the Monk's punch. Masamune may at least help her. Nope, she's gonna heal and get rid of darkness, so probably not the best move for Reks there. Time Mage, I think he's gonna go for a slow 2 if he can get that off. Blackmail misses, so he may. That's not gonna do enough damage. Slow 2 catches both Time Mage and Chemist, who moved into the range of Slow 2. So, there you go. Crit Repeating Fist, so 195 damage does take out the Time Mage. And Blackmail lands on the Squire. Now that Time Mage is pretty far away from his units, so I don't know if he'll get revived in time. More Kiyomori. I think it got her own Monk this time. Maiden's Kiss to finally wake up that Paladin, who gets charmed immediately. Paladin may get a chance to raise the Time Mage next turn, if she indeed does get a turn. But she may raise the Squire instead, I'm not sure. Does not get put to sleep. Gonna get slowed though. Twice, actually. Yeah, so this looks like a definite uphill battle. I don't think Reks is going to be able to... Yeah, and the Paladin goes for Nurse instead of... She does have white magic, I believe. I could be wrong. She gets put back to sleep. Chemist doesn't yet, but... We're bottlenecked right now, so that Time Mage will crystallize. Sleep misses the Chemist again. He does raise the Squire, but she is not even close to getting a turn. Monk's gonna take her down with Repeating Fist. We could be here a while, guys, because of this bottleneck. That Squire's gotta move in order for Shintroy's Monk to get in there and do some damage. Either move or crystallize. Time is punishing her Time Mage a little bit, but it's not really significant. More Phoenix down. We're all piled up for a nice triple panel sleep. Gets 2 of them. And Monk does a Spin Fist for a double kill. And moves back instead of forward. Mime is trying to put that Chemist to sleep. Teammates are doing all they can to keep that Chemist tied down, though. More Mimic Darabon? Yes, it is. This time she does hit the Chemist, so now we just gotta get... That Monk's just gotta get in there, do some damage. Spin Fist almost takes out that Chemist. Does not get put back to sleep. Question is, will he get a turn to heal? Masamune. Monk should be right there for the kill, though. Indeed. And this round is over. So, good job, Shintroy. You took round 2. Get ready for your final match. And Shintroy, for your final match, you're going to be facing White Knight Wiegraf's Kakumeiki. So we'll see what happens here. Our first map is going to be map 3, Hall of St. Murin Temple. Good luck, Shintroy. This was classified as a large map. Kind of one of the smaller large maps in my opinion, but nevertheless. Both teams do have a mime, so expect to see some mime shenanigans here. Mime's not on a good height panel for Masamune, so she won't mimic that. I think Dancer has Wisnibus. Time Mage uses Haste 2. And Mime goes for triple poison proc on Wisnibus. Wow. Auto Potion's gonna, on those 2 units anyway, make Wisnibus pretty useless. Odin does take out the Time Mage. Chemist is right there for the revival. Time Mage does pick a double cure. And both mimes get Masamune. More Wisnibus. And Dia from the mime. I think that's more Odin. Blackmail misses the Dancer. So she will get another turn to do something. Chemist heals poison on himself, but Wisnibus is still going on. So it may get re-inflicted. Indeed it does on the monk. And on the mime. Chemist goes down to a dead proc. And Time Mage goes down as well. So, White Knight Wiegraf in the lead here. Most certainly. Strong Gastrophetus shot. Mime refutes herself to get rid of the poison. Raze does hit the poisoned monk. And Revive misses at 91%. Very, very unfortunate for Shintroy. This looks to be more summon magic. More Odin. Does kill the mime. So the monk is all by himself now. Cure on the monk. Raises the chemist. Revives the chemist, I mean. But monk may go down here. Yep, monk goes down to Wisnibus. Chemist realizes he has to use X potion in order to survive this Odin, which means he can't do any sandbagging. But the dead proc kills him anyway. So good job, White Knight Wiegraf. You took first round, and we will go to round 2. Alright guys, and we're back for round 2, Chapel of St. Orban Monastery. Small map. So, first round, Shintroy got a little bit unlucky, and with with White Knight Wiegraf's offense kind of just overwhelmed Shintroy. So far Shintroy's doing okay this round. With a double panel sleep. She gets haste and regen, but it's not going to wake her up. Looks like a Odin on the whole team this time. No dead procs, though. Mime is asleep, so she won't get a mimic off. Ooh. Strong punch from the monk there. 307. Takes out the dancer. Time Mage gets an X potion. Looks like Samurai might be slowed. And lucky dodge from the Mime. Samurai gets slowed twice. Geomancer's gonna have to go for a fairy. Does revive the dancer. Don't know if she'll stay alive for long, though. Chemist decides to go for a knife shot on the Samurai. Mime's gonna go for a raise on the dancer. But Geomancer does get double stopped. Dancer gets a turn immediately. And goes for Hoko Otan. Mime Mimic does backfire on her own team. But she didn't do too much damage. That monk probably will chakra and run away. Indeed. Kiyomori, but that dancer's lined up for a perfect Hokuotan right there. So if she does get a turn, she'll most likely use that. Not sure she'll get to, though, now that she's been slowed. Mime's gonna go for more Cure Magic. Samurai's gonna get rid of the slow with a haste and haste the Mime. No sleep. Mime does cure herself. No auto potion on that dancer either. Oh, 98% miss! Did you see that, everybody? Very, very, very lucky for White Knight Wiegraf. Won't dodge that one, though. Charm onto the Geomancer. So, this could be big. That Geomancer could go down. Dodged by the Time Mage. Or, I'm sorry, by the Mime. And unfortunately, the Samurai is going to interrupt his own Mime. So I don't think she'll get that raise off. No dead proc. Mime gets poisoned. Geomancer is still charmed. Goes for an axe shot, which is probably... Actually... Not so bad. Few misses. Sura on 2 targets. Not doing a whole lot of damage, though. Probably could have done a lot more damage by just hitting the time range. Ooh, Donak gets through Finger Guard. And slow. So it does look like Shintroy is going to be taking this round. Dancer is down. Geomancers don't acted, so she can't raise the Dancer. Mime's down. May not get it. May not get to be raised in time either. Due to the Geomancers don't act, so it does look like Shintroy will take this eventually. Sleep does miss, but 89% stop. Yeah. There goes the Dancer. Samurai is now down. More quickening. More Kiyomori. We're just waiting for them to take out this Geomancer. You definitely have a lot of status going on. You may want to think about, you know, increasing your damage potential. But you've been doing pretty well so far, so she's gonna go for a fairy. Don't know if she's gonna. She does get it off. There's slow too. More quickening. Samurai doesn't get put to sleep, but unless like the Geomancer scores like 3 death procs with Odin, I really think this is over. Samurai goes down with a crit wave fist, or I'm sorry, repeating fist. And Finger Guard is just not working, unfortunately, for White Knight Wiegraf. She's now don't acted and stopped. So they're just going to gang up on her now. More Kiyomori. Just because. Maima does her own Kiyomori, while she continues to punish her Time Mage. And Geomancer goes down, so Shintroy, you do take round 2. We're going to go to a round 3. Shintroy, for your last round, last match here, we're going to go to Golgorand Execution Site. So, last round, Shintroy kind of proved that his status when it's close quarters really can do a heck of a lot more. So, we'll see what happens now. Dancer's going to go for Wisnibus, while Geomancer's going to try a triple panel Odin here. Monk should absorb it, but he's already at full power. Full HP, I should say. Geomancer. Finger Guard coming into play that time. No poison procs. No death proc. Time Mage almost goes down, but does get healed from the Chemist. And instead of going for Status, she goes for a Staff Rack. Probably not the best move, but whatever. Wisnibus should now take down the Time Mage. Yes, indeed. Poison proc on the Mime. $17 damage after the Samurai guards the Monk's Spin Fist. Geomancer's gonna go for an Odin. Will heal the Monk. And because of the Cursed Ring, he's immune to the Dead proc. More Dia. Lucky dodges by this Samurai, though. Mime doesn't go down. And, ooh, Auto Potion didn't trigger, so Mime will go down now. So Chemist doesn't even... Well, okay, so Wisnibus actually shut down the Sandbag, because the Chemist knew that the Mime would die anyway. And unfortunately for White Knight Wiegraf, that Axe Shot random damage wasn't quite enough to take down that Monk. But Raise will. Chemist is going to try to sandbag his team back into this, but it's really an uphill battle. So we'll see how successful this Chemist is. There's Dia. Chemist doesn't even attempt to help the Time Mage or see if he would have potioned her, she would have survived that. But such is the AI. No dead proc. Chemist guards that. Yeah, and Wisnibus is really just doing another Chemist does guard the Odin. So really it's up to that Geomancer to kill this Chemist off, because that Chemist is just gonna auto heal anything the other members do. Mime does get rid of the poison. Monk will probably get back up soon. Will this finish off the chemist? Not quite. An auto potion brings him a little bit back into the fight anyway. But Kamatachi Don't Act will not. This should be the end. Yes. And White Knight Wiegraf does take round 3. So I hope that was helpful, Shintroy. I hope you got to see whatever you wanted to change or improve or not. I do hope that was helpful for you. So, good game to the both of you. Or all of you, I should say.